So this is a review of the robot vacuum cleaner. It's a Chinese knockoff brand of the Roomba, but it's significantly cheaper than a regular Roomba. So I have the vacuum right here. One thing I want to quick note is that it's charging right now with the blue light, as you can see, trickle charging. When the light is blinking, that's actually when it's actually charging. If this light is solid, then it's actually just trickle charging, but this will be always blinking throughout the entire night. Okay, so it displays the light, the time, as you can see, and then it has a speaker which will talk to you and when it's vacuuming and stuff. But besides this, it also comes with 2 additional replacement brushes. As you can see, the brush is down there and another one over here. So besides that, it also comes with 2 microfiber cloths, which you can change out to be a mop type of vacuum. Comes with another brush and another filter pad for the vacuuming. And then it comes with a remote. And I'll show you how it functions. So if you wanted to vacuum, there's actually a quiet vacuum and a powerful vacuum. So I'm going to show you quick with a regular auto vacuum, which is the quiet. And then if you wanted to go back home, it goes. You just press the home button.
Automatic battery recharge starting.
And I do notice that sometimes it might miss this connection into the charging station, but it will know by itself that it missed it, and it will realign itself by going back out and then retry it to go back in. But eventually it will be successful. It's not perfect because it's trial and error, because depending on the contact sensors. So looks like it will get it this time.
Batteries recharge connection succeeded.
And that was without me repressing anything on the remote. Now if you wanted to go a little stronger, there's a powerful button, but it will be louder and it will use more force to move itself. So there's a few little things that I did notice, that if you had something that was like almost the height of the Roomba or this vacuum cleaner, it might
recharge connection succeeded.
It might actually push itself to go underneath the item and get itself stuck, because it's pushing with so much force that it can try to shove. I had a shoe rack, and the shoe rack was actually moved up because it's trying to wedge itself underneath, and then it got stuck. So besides that, that's probably the biggest issue. And the only other issue that I saw was because it has a sensor on where it's hitting, it's actually not hitting and something's compressing. If it goes in between a surface, such as like if you have a desk chair, it might not realize that there's actually wheels here. So because the sensor, I don't know exactly where the sensor is. If the sensor's here, it might think there's nothing there, and it will keep on going because it thinks it didn't hit anything yet because there's no sensor here. But that's probably the biggest thing that other thing that I noticed. So if you have things like skinny little legs of like a table or something, then it might bump into it and like move kind of funny around it. But if you have like a sofa, which is completely straight all across, and it'll detect that wall, and then it will know to stop before it hits the wall. So I'm going to show a little quick demonstration of when it almost hits the wall. So I have here, and so I'm going to make it vacuum.
Automatic cleaning starting.
And so you can see when it's about to hit an item, it will actually stop before it actually hits it. And because it knows there's something there. But if you have something, let me just show. So I want to just show the shoe rack, and this is the shoe rack I have here. and you can see that it's wedging itself underneath and it's getting itself stuck. And then it's pretty much stuck already, and that's what happens. So you can see that it's just barely wedged underneath, and there's a sensor right here which it can't fit obviously through underneath, as well as it's being actually squished underneath. So that's one of the few drawbacks, but besides that,
Automatic cleaning starting.
see, it's wedged itself again. So if you have any area that's barely above, you should probably make sure it doesn't get stuck in those areas, and probably I'm going to prop a wood up here, so therefore it knows that there's it's like a fake wall, and therefore it will know to bounce back and turn around, go somewhere else. But if you don't have anything like that, then you should be fine, good to go. And I'll quickly show you the dustbin to see how well cleaned. So the dustbin, and it takes out just by pressing this, and then you have to you see these arrows, you just push on the push out, and then this was actually a re-vacuum. I actually vacuumed right before this, and so this is additional things that I found in my room on the floor. So therefore it's as simple as that to empty it. Just press it back in, and you're good to go. Any questions or comments? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you.